Ambassador Zethkari's 6 limbs trembled as he entered the Galactic Council's emergency session chamber. The crystalline walls hummed with translated whispers from dozens of species, all discussing the same terrifying topic: humanity. Order, order, chittered High Counselor Vexithara, her mandibles clicking rapidly. We convene this emergency session to address the human situation. The word human sent ripples of fear through the assembled delegates. The crystalline hegemony's representative dimmed noticeably, while the gas-based ethereals contracted into tighter formations. Even the mighty Draconian Empire's ambassador shifted uncomfortably in his ceremonial armor. Zethkari activated his translation matrix and began his report. Honored counselors, my observations of species 2847, the humans, have revealed disturbing truths. They are not merely another spacefaring race. They are something far more dangerous. Surely you exaggerate, rumbled the Draconian. They've only achieved interstellar travel within the last century. How dangerous could they be? Zethkari's primary eye dilated with remembered terror. Counselor Draxmore, humans don't just survive. They thrive in conditions that would exterminate most galactic species. Their homeworld is a death trap of extreme weather, dangerous predators, and toxic plant life. Yet they call it paradise. A collective shudder ran through the chamber. But that's not the worst part, Zethkari continued. Their psychological profile defies all known patterns of sapient behavior. When faced with impossible odds, other species retreat, negotiate, or surrender. Humans do something else entirely. They become more dangerous. He activated a holographic display showing footage from the recent Proxima Station incident. Observe, pirates attacked a human cargo vessel. The ship was outgunned, outnumbered, and critically damaged. Any rational species would have surrendered. The footage showed a battered human freighter, its hull breached and systems failing. 3 sleek pirate cruisers surrounded it like predators. Instead, Zethkari whispered, they did this. The human ship suddenly accelerated directly toward the largest pirate vessel, ramming it at full speed. The explosion took out 2 of the 3 attackers, while the surviving humans used the debris as cover to board and capture the remaining ship. They turned a hopeless situation into a victory through pure, suicidal audacity, Zethkari explained. But here's what truly terrifies me. This isn't unusual behavior for them. It's standard. High Counselor Vexthara's compound eyes focused intently, elaborate. Humans have a concept they call hold my beer and watch this, Zethkari said, the universal translator struggling with the phrase. It roughly translates to, I am about to attempt something so recklessly dangerous that it borders on insanity, and I'm confident enough to do it casually. The chamber fell silent except for nervous breathing, clicking, and electromagnetic fluctuations. Their history is filled with individuals who looked at impossible challenges and said, I wonder if I can do that, Zethkari continued. They've climbed their planet's highest mountains because they were there. They've descended to the deepest ocean trenches for curiosity. They've strapped themselves to controlled explosions and launched into space for the thrill of exploration. Counselor Draxmore leaned forward. But surely their military capabilities are limited by their recent technological development. Zethkari's tentacles writhed in distress. That's what makes them truly frightening, Counselor. They don't rely solely on technology. They weaponize everything, including themselves. The holodisplay shifted to show human military tactics throughout their history. They've created warriors who consider dying in battle the highest honor. They've developed fighting techniques that turn any object into a weapon. They've learned to use their environment, their enemy's strengths, even their own weaknesses as tactical advantages. Most disturbing of all, Zethkari's voice dropped to barely above a whisper. They form emotional bonds with their technology. They name their ships, talk to their weapons, and mourn destroyed equipment. This isn't mere tool use. It's a symbiotic relationship that amplifies their effectiveness exponentially. A nervous delegate from the pacifist collective spoke up. Surely they can be reasoned with? Diplomacy has served the galaxy well. Zethkari's laugh was a sound of pure terror. Honored delegate, humans invented a negotiation tactic they call speaking softly and carrying a big stick. They'll smile, shake your hand, offer you food, and genuinely try to be your friend. But if you threaten what they care about? He paused, letting the implications hang in the air. They have a saying, demons run when a good man goes to war. The chamber erupted in frightened chatter. Several delegates began updating their homeworld defense protocols in real time. But perhaps most terrifying of all, Zethkari concluded, is their capacity for growth. Every challenge makes them stronger. Every defeat teaches them new strategies. Every loss motivates them to become more formidable. They don't just adapt, they evolve in real time. High Counselor Vexthera called for order. What do you recommend, Ambassador? Friendship, Zethkari said immediately. Make them our allies, not our enemies, because if humanity ever unites with a single purpose— He shuddered. There would be nowhere in the galaxy to hide. The vote was unanimous. Within hours, diplomatic envoys were dispatched to every human colony with messages of friendship, trade agreements, and cultural exchange programs. As the session adjourned, one thought echoed through every delegate's mind. Better to have humans as friends than to discover what happens when they consider you a threat. In the depths of space, aboard a modest human exploration vessel, Captain Sarah Chen received the first diplomatic transmission. She smiled warmly at her crew. Looks like we're making friends out there, she said, completely unaware that her species had just become the galaxy's most feared. Her crew cheered, already planning welcome parties for their new alien neighbors, blissfully ignorant that their very existence had triggered the largest diplomatic scramble in galactic history. After all, humans had always believed the universe was vast enough for everyone to get along. The galaxy would never be the same.